She did such a beautiful job, and I can't believe how natural she is. And I'm just proud of you. I'm so proud of you, and I can't believe how big and grown up you are. And I'm proud that she's gonna represent so many young brown girls around the world. Nobody's proud of you.
Your kids think you're cool?
Blue, she be fronting on me a little bit, but I catch.
What if sometimes the internet shakes for a moment, and sometimes it shakes so hard the whole world stops breathing? That's exactly what happened this week when a young man named Rymir Carter stepped back into the spotlight, crying, shaking, and confessing something that no one ever expected to hear. His emotional confession wasn't about money, it wasn't about fame, it wasn't even about finally getting closure after years of chasing the truth. It was about a child. A child the world believes belongs to Beyonce. A child who has grown up under the brightest spotlight on earth, Blue Ivy Carter. But according to Rymir, that isn't the full story. Because in his emotional breakdown, he whispered something that sent shockwaves across social media. Blue is Kathy's daughter. And suddenly the internet exploded. Old photos resurfaced. Old rumors reignited. People began connecting dots that had been sitting quietly for years, tucked under the enormous shadow of the Carter dynasty. But here's the twist. This isn't just some random conspiracy theory coming out of nowhere.
Consider telling her story to me on the record, which implied to me, obviously, that if she was willing to tell her story about Jay-Z, that it was indeed true that she was having an affair with him. So that was pretty much it. That was the last time that I talked to her, and I was, under the impression that she was very strongly considering talking to me and telling me her story about her affair with Jay-Z. So a few days go by and I'm following up with her, I'm calling her, and I can't get a hold of her. And I believe that this went on for a few days. And it was just really weird because she always answered her work phone. I thought it was really strange that she was answering her phone. She was MIA. I didn't know what the deal was. So I ended up reaching out to one of her colleagues. And when I finally got hold of one of her colleagues, they told me that she's dead. And I said, what? And she said, yes, she's dead. And I said, well, what do you mean she's dead? What happened to her? This was just a beautiful, young, seemingly healthy 28-year-old woman. I was told that she didn't have any health issues, and it was very shocking to hear. And her colleague did not know what happened to her or how she died or why she died, but all she knew is that she was dead. So obviously when I heard this, it was very troublesome and disturbing to find out that this woman who possibly was gonna give me an exclusive story on her affair with one of the most powerful rappers in the world, that's very disturbing, and it certainly is very convenient for Jay-Z, isn't it, that she died.
This is tied to a mysterious woman named Kathy, a tragic story from the early 2010s, and a young man who has spent most of his life trying to prove one thing, that Jay-Z is his father. Now he's crying, publicly, confessing something even bigger, and the question everyone is terrified to ask is this. To understand the weight of this moment, and why Beyonce herself was reportedly shaken, we have to go back to where this all began, long before Blue Ivy was born, long before Lemonade, long before Beyonce perfected her wall of silence. This story begins with secrets and a broken family searching for answers. Before the world knew the name Blue Ivy, before she became a Grammy winner at 9 years old, before she became the child symbolizing the royal bloodline of hip-hop and R&B, there was a different story floating through the back channels of gossip blogs. A story so unbelievable at the time that most people brushed it off. But behind the scenes, lawyers were whispering, bloggers were digging, and one young man, Rymir Satterthwaite, later known as Rymir Carter, was desperately trying to get attention on something that had changed his entire life.
There's a stupid rumor
It's actually the most ridiculous rumor I think I've ever had about me. But there are actually a lot of people that believe this rumor. And it's crazy. I guess there are some crazy celebrities in the world, so we get a bad rep. But to think that I would be that vain, and I respect mothers and women so much, and to be able to experience bringing a child into this world. If you're lucky and fortunate enough to experience that, I would never ever take that for granted. I mean, it's the most powerful thing you can ever do in your life. And especially after losing a child, the pain and trauma from that, it just makes it mean so much more to get an opportunity to bring life into the world. It's something that you have to respect. It just seems like people should have boundaries. There's certain things that you just shouldn't play around with. And a child, you don't play around with that.
He wasn't chasing fame. He wasn't chasing clout. What he wanted was simple: acknowledgement. He believed Jay-Z was his biological father. His mother had filed claims, lawyers had gone back and forth, and Rymir kept saying the same thing year after year: I just want the truth. But the truth is messy. Because every time Rymir tried to speak, something would happen. Doors closed, documents disappeared, legal paths got blocked. It was like the universe was telling him, stop trying. But he didn't. And during those same years, another story was unfolding, one connected to a young publicist named Kathy White. People described Kathy as beautiful, smart, charismatic, and deeply connected to some of the biggest names in entertainment. But the whispers around her weren't about her work. They were about something else, an alleged connection to Jay-Z. Some said they were close. Some said they were more than close. Some even claimed she was about to reveal something important. But before anything could come out, tragedy struck. Kathy died suddenly at the age of 28. The official cause was listed as an aneurysm. But the internet doesn't forget. And rumors, especially celebrity rumors, never die. Whispers started circulating. What was she going to say? Why did everything happen so fast? Was there a child involved? But here's the twist. None of this was connected to Blue Ivy at the time. It was just noise, gossip, internet chatter that faded the moment Beyonce revealed her baby bump on the MTV VMA stage, a moment that shook the entire world. Everyone forgot the rumors. Everyone forgot Kathy. Everyone forgot the strange timing of everything. Until now. Because when Rymir came forward again, this time crying, emotional, shaking, he didn't just talk about his own paternity. He didn't talk about his lawsuits. He didn't talk about the years of silence. He talked about Kathy. And he talked about Blue Ivy. And that's when the world stopped. According to Rymir, pieces of the story people ignored years ago were connected in ways we never imagined. He claimed that what he learned through his own personal journey, through family conversations, hidden documents, people who came forward privately, and secrets whispered in fear, led him to a heartbreaking belief. That the story the world knows about Blue Ivy's birth might not be the whole truth. It operates on emotion. Those 5 words lit up every corner of social media. Millions of views, millions of comments, hashtags everywhere. And yet, the most haunting part wasn't the rumor itself. It was his voice. The grief in it. The exhaustion. The way he talked, like someone who had carried a burden far too heavy for far too long. Because this wasn't a young man trying to destroy anyone's legacy. This was someone who had spent most of his life feeling invisible, and now he was connecting his pain to something much bigger. Here's the twist no one expected. People started asking, why would he say this? Why now? What pushed him to break down publicly? Some believe he was manipulated. Some believe he was misinformed. Some believe he was trying to force attention back onto his own case. But others, especially those who have followed the Kathy rumors for years, believe something else. They believe Rymir stumbled onto information that made everything click into place for him personally, even if the world may never know the full truth. And then came the emotional punch. Reports surfaced saying Beyonce was devastated when she heard what was being said. She has dealt with insane rumors before: the fake baby bump theories, the surrogacy accusations, the secret child stories. But this one hit differently. Because Kathy wasn't just a rumor. She was a real person. A person whose death left unanswered questions. A person who, for years, had been tied to Jay-Z's name in gossip circles. To have her connected to Blue Ivy, Beyonce's firstborn, her pride, her joy, her miracle baby, would be unbearable for any mother. Sources close to her said she felt heartbroken that her daughter's name was being dragged into an old, painful rumor involving someone who wasn't even alive to defend herself. And then came the emotional blow for Rymir. People forget that behind the camera, behind the headlines, behind the viral clips, he's still a young man searching for belonging, for identity, for family. When he cried, it wasn't just about Kathy. It wasn't just about Blue Ivy. It wasn't even about Beyonce. It was about the years he spent feeling like a ghost. Like someone trying to open a door that would never unlock. Like someone watching the most powerful family in music live a life he believed he was connected to, without ever being acknowledged. That pain, that longing, that feeling of being unwanted. It changes a person. Some say he cracked under the pressure. Some say he's speaking his truth. Some say he's repeating something he heard in private. No one knows for sure. But the emotional impact? It's real. Because no matter what side people are on, Beyonce's, Jay-Z's, Kathy's, or Rymir's, everyone sees the same thing. A family narrative that has never truly healed. A young man who has spent most of his life fighting shadows. A woman who died with secrets. A superstar family who protects their privacy like a fortress. And a child, Blue Ivy, caught in the middle of stories she never asked to be part of. What nobody expected was how quickly people started choosing sides. Some fans defended Beyonce fiercely, saying the rumor was disrespectful and cruel. Others argued the timing felt too strange to ignore. And some started digging through old interviews, old photos, old videos, searching for clues, for answers, for anything that could make sense of the confusion. But here's the truth. We may never get every answer. We may never know what whispers were shared behind closed doors. We may never hear Beyonce address it directly, because history shows she never responds to rumors. What we do know is this: pain doesn't disappear just because the world ignores it. Secrets don't vanish just because time passes. And families, no matter how powerful, have cracks we never see. Rymir's emotional breakdown didn't create a new story. It resurfaced an old wound, one the world had forgotten. And maybe that's why people can't stop talking about it. Because deep down, every family has secrets. Every family has pain. Every family has questions that haunt them. This story hits people not because it's shocking, but because it's familiar. It feels human, messy, complicated, heartbreaking. And now the world is left to wonder, what happens next? Will Beyonce finally break her silence? Will Jay-Z address the rumors head-on? Will Rymir continue sharing what he believes? Will the truth ever come out, or will it remain buried forever? One thing is certain. This moment changed everything. The Carter family has weathered storms before, but this storm came from someone who shares their name. Someone who has been fighting for recognition for years. Someone who just connected himself to the one thing Jay-Z and Beyonce protect more than anything in this world: their daughter. And whether the rumors are true, false, or somewhere in the gray area, this won't be forgotten. Because once a story like this hits the internet, it lives forever. It becomes part of the legacy, whether Beyonce likes it or not. And maybe years from now, when Blue Ivy is grown, she'll look back at this moment and realize something powerful. People will always try to rewrite your story. People will always talk. People will always project what they want to believe. But the truth, whatever it is, belongs only to the people who lived it. So as the world waits, watches, speculates, and argues, one thing remains clear. This family, this rumor, this emotional confession, it's far from over. And the next chapter? Well, that's the part nobody is ready for. Because when secrets this big begin to crack open, even just a little, the truth doesn't just come out. It erupts. And the world is standing by, waiting for the next eruption.